From the Black Swan Media Studios, deep inside a secret underground bunker, we're speaking to freedom-loving patriots from all around the country and the world. Welcome to the Resistance. This is John Crump, live.
Rich, why do you always forget Discord?
What about Discord?
You never set it to go to Discord.
No, it's just more stuff has been not working to go to.
Well, Discord works.
Okay.
All right, I added it. Whatever. We are back, and we are going to be talking about a video. I just did a video premiere on John Crump News of a video, and I want to get your guys' opinion on it. So I'm going to go ahead and share this video here, and all right, so the video comes from the Daily Caller. And if you don't know who we're joined by, this is Babyface P. Patrick of Vandium Arms. We're going to be talking about Vandium Arms a little bit later, but I do want to get this. Cuckoo clock?
Yeah, we have one.
All right, watch this.
Oh, God, I saw this already. Okay.
You are defending genocide. Genocide? Yes. But you are so stupid. Over 200,000. You're so stupid. You're stupid.
What the?
Okay, wait. The gunshot, right?
That was a gunshot.
Yeah, I got shot in the stomach. The guy that attacked me.
In purple.
Yeah.
Stop! Get off him! Stop!
All right, why do women have to scream like that?
Always. No, that's a trope.
All right.
Stop! Get off!
All right.
Stop!
So,
Call the cops.
who do you think got charged?
Oh,
I know.
bet the guy,
I know who got charged.
the guy defending himself with a pistol got charged.
You got charged. You know what he got charged with?
Attempted murder, homicide. I don't know. Attempted homicide.
Assault and battery with a deadly weapon, and violating the guy that attacked him's constitutional rights with violence.
Which one is that? To fuck up somebody else?
No.
What? Where was this? Because I didn't get a chance to see that.
It was in Massachusetts.
Of course.
Afghanistan.
It was the same prosecutor that tried to prosecute Jamie Catano. Jamie Catano was the woman, Catano versus Massachusetts, where they ruled that stun guns or protected arms, because she tried to prosecute Jamie Catano because she bought a stun gun after her boyfriend kept on violating
The order of protection.
and also sent her to the hospital. So she bought a stun gun because they kept on letting the guy out.
That was Caetano v. whatever. Like
That's
it was a Supreme Court precedent, right?
Correct.
Yep.
So
I mean, talk about. So they were going after this lady who bought a stun gun, a non-lethal form of protection, because the paper saying, "Hey, stay the f away from me," wasn't doing any good.
yes, that she bought her stun gun because her boyfriend sent her to the hospital after violating the protection order and said that he was going to do it again. And Massachusetts was like, "Yeah, we can't hold him. He's not a danger."
Whoa.
It doesn't surprise me.
assuming
That does not surprise me in the least.
So in this case, it's the same prosecutor that charged this guy with assault and battery with a deadly weapon, and also violating the guy that attacks him First Amendment right.
Why? Did he make the guy room temperature? Because unless
No,
he made
I don't
the guy
think he
room
killed him.
temperature,
No, he didn't kill him. He didn't kill him, but he violated the guy's First Amendment right somehow.
why did he shoot his mouth off?
No,
It-
but
it-
it
it was
happened at a protest.
Yeah.
But he wasn't the one.
You're right. Your First Amendment rights end when you bum rush someone.
Were there any charges for the guy that did the attack, perpetrated the attack?
No.
So they didn't file any charges.
No.
Here's the whole thing. I've said this,
folks. Rich, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but the folks who were protesting will continue to vote Democrat no matter what. They were holding a very particular flag for a very particular country, and no matter what, they will continue to vote Democrat. So I don't know that
the protesters were the ones that were attacked by the guy.
Yes, I know. And I know who they were protesting in favor of because you could see the flag there. And that group, by and large, votes Democrat. I don't know what to tell people.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Yeah. But I think that's clear cut. I know
it is. But he's going to have to pay a whole lot of money for somebody to find it clear cut.
Yep. He has a good legal team, and FPC is reaching.
Yeah. I'm sure. Okay. I think more than likely it will probably get thrown out before it even sees a trial.
I would hope so.
But it's going to cost them a lot of money, a whole lot of money.
Constitutional. I mean, it's clearly self-defense.
Yep.
I've toughened the F up, and I would say if I was the guy defending myself with a firearm several years back, a decade back, or whatever, I would have been stressed the frick out. I mean that would be like weeks of not sleeping if I had these charges against me. Now I'd be like,
that's why you need to learn jiu-jitsu, by the way, because if you look at the attack.
Oh yeah, if you had a good, but then again, how are you to know that he doesn't have a knife on him? He's charging at you like that. How are you to know he's not going to?
But at one point, he I would have went to jiu-jitsu, not because I'm not saying anything, but one point he had his head down by the guy's shoulder, and he would be choked out, and it would have been safer for me.
Learning to fight is a good thing. Having multiple tools in your toolbox is not.
Yeah, instead of going for a gun, his neck was right there, so it would have been safer too.
And look, I got a messed up shoulder. Like I reached into the back seat 15 minutes ago to get an umbrella, and my daughter's like, "What's going on?" Because I'm sitting there like this. I'm like, my shoulder's messed up.
Dark says, "Well,
I mean, I might be in great shape or whatever, or I'm not saying I'm in great shape. I'm saying somebody could be in great shape, but they got to all they got to do is move like that, and they're like in a ball crying."
I mean,
Massachusetts is not gun friendly. I think it's the birthplace of liberty, and it's one of the.
Maybe I'm talking to the wrong people because. Let me
just read Dark's comment really fast.
Okay.
Well, it was a SIG P actually SIG 320, so maybe it went off on its own.
Maybe it was Baldwin's gun.
I
don't know how it went off or who shot her or why.
Flying, you have the advantage. You can blind the other guy by tilting your head down.
Oh, ouch! Ouch! There's got to be like a superhero. There's got to be instead of who's it? Cyclops on the Fantastic Four. Instead of Cyclops having an eye where the laser beam shoots out of, it's just
not the Fantastic Four.
Whatever. Like I know this shit.
Transformers.
I was busy drinking and doing bad things instead of reading comic books.
Husband of Jean Grey.
Yes.
His son is a lot more powerful than either one of them.
Massachusetts was the beginning of liberty, and now they can't even crap without telling the local politics about it.
Yeah, I just want to. We got Guy over on this side of the street, whatever, First Amendmenting. We got Guy on this side of the street, First Amendmenting.
Mm-hmm.
The guy that bum rushes the other guy and tackles him, I would think that is the guy infringing on his First Amendment right.
Apparently not.
All of us can see it as a pretty clear case, which I only hope means that it's going to be thrown out very quickly. Has there been any backlash for the prosecutor? Because I mean, that person clearly has a terrible sense of judgment. Why are you whistling?
Well, I just saw the. I don't think that. I mean, charges were just filed. So, I mean, the
That poor
incident.
guy. I mean, the process is the punishment when it comes to things like this. Because even if he does get it thrown out, he's burned lots of money, and you had your name drugged through.
Oh yeah. Good
all
luck on your
sorts of
next job
places.
interview.
The process is the punishment, and I don't think you could. If you even tried countersuing on that, you probably won't win because judges like to protect their own. And yeah, there's nothing good. There's no good outcome here. But yeah, Gunn, I do agree with Crump that Gunn probably wasn't the first best tool to go for in the box. You had a bunch of friends with you. Just kick the shit out of the guy.
Well,
right.
The reason why I wouldn't go for a gun, not because I like want to do less deadly. It's just that his head was right there for guillotine.
You had a bunch of friends with you. Kick the shit out of him.
You had his arms and everything.
But I could
pin him down. And
on the flip side, I could see where you could make an argument of I feared for my life. He charged across a street and tackled me to the ground. He was much younger. I have no idea what his intents were.
I mean, the guy could be running across the street and go like, boom. Like, you didn't see a knife in his hand the whole way.
Yeah. Exactly.
But in my situation, I'm in one of these things where, you know what? I might just pull my damn gun and pop him, like, dead in the middle of the street.
I don't want to. I personally want to avoid it as much as possible.
In whatever I could not to.
Wow.
Would be like, that's what whoever did that is brilliant. Trump is the funniest guy out there. He is.
I would try to avoid it.
I'm not grappling with you. I can't grapple with you. You know, 2 years ago,
there's a certain argument to be made there. Like if you didn't have the ability, that's the argument you make is I can't. I physically can't. I have a disability. I cannot grapple with you.
All you should have to do is say my life was in danger. I didn't know what this guy was. I didn't know him. He could pull out a knife. He could pull out a gun himself.
To me and anybody, pretty much anybody watching, it seems like a clear case, but the punishment is in the process, and the guy's going to have to go through it and spend a bunch of money, and maybe he'll win a countersuit against them and get a bunch more money. Because I know I would want to sue the prosecutor, but then again, I don't know how if any of that is even possible because of how the system works. Is it just meme? Is it Meme Thursday? Because that seems like all you're pulling up here.
Yeah, well, I'm just pulling it up as we talk.
No, you flashed that so fast. My neighborhood tried to eat my cat, so I paged it. So apparently, what is it? Was it ETN, PETN? Was in the pagers?
You want to hear? I talked to somebody today, and I can't say that I know. I haven't looked into his background, but everybody at the gun store vouched for him. He shoots there a lot, and he teaches the self-defense. Or he teaches. He's a lawyer. Teaches the law of self-defense class at the local range. And he has a very long pedigree of self-defense stuff and working for secret services and doing something. Very interesting man to talk to. And he was telling me from the folks he knew that, they put PETN. They did, in fact, get the shipment ahead of time, put PETN in the back, basically a sticker's worth of PETN on the batteries, and then set a signal to cook the batteries off. The lithium battery sparks.
PETN detonates with heat.
It's remember. Have you watched the thing where if you cook a battery off, it creates fire? Lithium. If you cook that lithium battery off, it creates enough temperature to create fire, which I guess is enough to set that PETN off. Because I watched the videos of the people blowing up, and it was not like the first things people thought was, it's a battery. The battery's cooked off.
Right.
No. That was not a battery cook off.
No, that's what I said. I did the math. I was like, there's not enough kinetic energy in that.
No way. The other interesting thing that he told me today, and again, I don't know this guy other than he teaches a class and is a lawyer and supposedly knows a bunch of people. There's more coming, is what he told me. There's a lot more on the way. Yeah, the pagers was number one. The walkie-talkies or whatever they were using was number two. Supposedly they have like a couple more. So
The cell phones,
more
right?
things will be blowing up soon overseas.
The fudge.
Yeah.
Your horse buggy's gonna blow up. What,
dude? Mossad does not screw around. They don't play around when it comes to stuff like this.
All right. So Dark is saying PETN doesn't need a high.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
Okay.
I guess PETN does not need a like det cord or a starter to go off. And it's not a C4 level explosive, but it's enough to blow your nuts off. So I don't want to page near my groin.
So Tim Military Arms Channel on X posted some video. And it was basically like somebody panning around a hospital, or like a triage area.
Yeah, I saw that.
And guys are missing most of their fingers,
covered in blood. Did you see the one the other day of the guy at the supermarket and it going off in his backpack?
Yes. Yeah.
Did you
notice
was
a backpack?
It was like a fanny pack or like a messenger bag.
To me, there was one in a supermarket, and it looked like it was on the guy's belly, and then everybody just cleared away.
Maybe it was a fanny pack. Like, did you notice what came out of the fanny pack?
No, what?
American dollar bills. How interesting is that? That American dollar bills also blew out of the fanny pack. Why do they have our currency over there? Just out of curiosity. I know the answer, but I'm going to ask it anyways.
Because we dropped it off in pallets. What?
Pretty much. That's what we do. We're still giving pallets of money to the Afghans, and they hate us too.
Ever.
Right, so this is where they used the 20 grams of PTN. Yeah.
That's a lot of explosive. 20 grams.
So
let me ask my other source. I have another source that's into this source.
And is it metal?
Did they have to F with the firmware to get the battery to overheat?
Oh, absolutely. But remember, this is the country who has more 0-day hacks than probably we do. Honestly, I really honestly believe that.
Yeah, somebody asked me like, well, how did Israel hack? I was like, they had the best hackers in the world, and he's like, no, they can't have the best. I was like,
they do. No, they are better than we are.
I'm like, that's my field, man.
What's the company that they have over there that was selling the Khashoggi got killed because of one of their hacks? Their 0 days.
Yeah, well, they had the Stuxnet.
Yeah.
There too.
I thought it was called Unicorn or something like that. Jesus, I can't remember the name. But yeah, they have the abilities. They have more 0 days than we do, guaranteed.
Yeah, a 0 day is a 0 day. Basically, it takes around 30 days for something to be patched. Once it gets discovered, a 0 day is an exploit that's unknown. So.
Yeah, they leave the factory. 0 days, it leaves the factory on day one with this exploit in it, and companies like this Israel firm pay big dollars to hoard those in there and not tell. They won't tell Microsoft or Apple that these exist, these 0 days, and they will hoard them for their packages, for their spy packages.
Yeah, so no one knows that these exploits exist.
Yeah. And they are very, very expensive. If it were to get found out, then it would be a huge. I mean, we had the ones that leaked through. You having trouble? Don't fall off the chair. We had the ones that leaked through the CIA ones. All leaked from what's that guy? The Australian or British guy that. WikiLeaks. It leaked through WikiLeaks.
Are you talking about? The WikiLeaks guy. Yeah.
Oh, I can't remember the name of that one, but I looked into that package too, and they had tons of 0 day. They had some 0 days on Samsung TVs that they could basically listen to everything you were doing with your TV turned off if you had a Samsung smart TV. And Samsung patched it once it got found out by leaking it, but the CIA absolutely had that in their pocket.
The fudge.
Yeah. Rich, do you not know about this? This is some interesting stuff.
Yeah. Facial recognition, we still are number one in facial recognition because that's kind of my thing, man. Biometrics.
What you do? You are into biometric stuff?
Yeah, that's funny. My day job.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't. Crump, I literally have no idea what you do outside of the internet stuff. So
He sits in his basement. What are you talking?
clearly.
No, I'm not. I biometric stuff.
So I'm like, all right, they did pagers, they did walkie-talkies, they did cell phones. I mean, are we talking cars next?
So
what are we
this
talking?
guy,
The camel? What?
they're whatever they're still using. He says that there's more to come. The thing that had me a little spooked was he was saying that the powers that be would really like to strike at Iran as quickly as they can. And I'm hoping that we don't get involved in anything like that, but who knows at this point.
So I'm wondering how far into enemy territory undetected have Israeli F-35s flown? That's what I'm wondering.
That's another thing I heard was F-35s are basically to the Iranians and those groups over there. They're basically invisible. They see them as realistically completely invisible. So they can, look at the real picture of that, by the way. Not the chip neck. What is wrong with her neck? Why is it so weird like that? I just saw that on
Twitter. She's had multiple facelifts, and they can't do anything for your neck.
Oh my god! So she should look even more witch-like, is what you're telling me?
Wait, how old is she? I mean, isn't she like 48?
Kamala Harris. I'm going to say her name wrong on purpose to make people laugh. 59.
50. All right, so she's a year older than me.
You talk way better than she does. You actually make sense. You sound senile.
Ow.
I mean, if you listen to her lately, the word salad that comes out of her mouth makes no sense. Zero sense.
Well, and so the only conjecture, and again, I'm already marked. So Patrick, if you ever share anything to like my Instagram, it'll say, do you really want to share with him? He's known for misinformation. So you get a warning if you want to share something.
Yes,
to me on Instagram.
I didn't know that. No.
Yeah.
I share something all the time.
Kamala has never talked coherently in her life. If you listen to her, like cackle and school buses,
the funniest thing to me is she is the perfect example of what's the phrase for it? I can't remember. God, I can't remember anything today.
Useful idiot.
No, the idea that the smarter you are, the more capability you have to realize what you don't know. And there's a term for it. It's a psychological term. She is a perfect example where she thinks she knows so much more than she does, and you can tell that
she's not confirmation bias, but I got you.
She's a total idiot. And
maybe we need to consult somebody that has a degree in psychology.
I shut the fuck up.
But yeah, I mean, it is like we all have to recognize our limitations in what we know and what Dunning-Kruger effect.
Dunning-Kruger effect. Thank you. Who said that? Who said it?
Bacon.
Yeah. Bacon. Yeah. Dunning-Kruger effect, where the smarter you are, smarter people have the ability to tell, like, okay, I'm smart here, but I'm not smart here, and I need to watch what I say because I don't know what I'm talking about. She is low on that scale because she uses big words that make no sense in context and thinks that what she's saying makes perfect sense. And it's like, lady, what are you talking about? We don't know what we don't know, and the future will bring about because of the past and all of the things. It's like,
tomorrow's today's tomorrow, soon tomorrow, today, tomorrow.
What are you talking about?
What I'm getting at is she never sounded more coherent than during the debate. And somebody posted that the earrings were transmitters. Were basically.
I looked at on those on Tiffany's website.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing for that, Crump, and for both of y'all. There's a better line of attack there. The politicians won't want to make the attack because it's against them as well. But did you see the price of those Tiffany earrings?
Yes.
Weren't they like $8,000 or something?
Oh, they're more than that.
They're exceptionally. How does a career politician have enough money to buy that level of jewelry?
She's vice president. Look at what what Biden was doing at VP and
How
Senate. He was
exactly?
raking the buck.
How are any of them making that kind of Nancy Pelosi money?
You mean
It's
on their
because they're doing stupid illegal stuff.
$175,000 a year job? Don't
How
get
are
me
you
wrong.
affording those
175K is good living.
Tiffany earrings? By the way, not Tiffany. I'm thinking of the wrong company. Let's see. How much were they? Tiffany and Company. Oh gosh, there was a picture and somebody said the price. I thought it was absurdly expensive, right? Shoot.
Oh,
I don't want to go saying how much, but yeah, I thought it was like unbelievably expensive.
All right, I was going to go to Babylon Bee looking for a previous post, but the fudge, they kill. Hold on. Kids will never know the struggle. Oh,
of what?
my
Trying to
God.
find single posts off of. Are we just memeing right now?
No, I'm just saying. You remember all these different type of cables?
Oh, yeah.
Have,
Yes.
like,
Yes, I remember
one cable.
I will age myself. I remember wanting to use a joystick on our. It wasn't Windows 3.5 or 3.1. It was Windows 95 at that time, and I was like, I bought this joystick. I want to use it. And my cousin, who was the techie at the time, was like, no, it doesn't. I was like, why can't it plug in? It doesn't plug in. We had to go buy a whole new sound card because back then,
to get analog
peripherals.
into.
Yes, peripherals plug in through your sound card, which made 0 sense today.
Well, because it had the A to D converters.
I guess, is that what it was?
Yeah, it had the analog to digital circuitry in it.
So I guess it makes sense. But I was like, as a kid, I was like, why do I have to go buy a sound card at, we went to CompUSA or Tiger Direct. Why do I have to buy a sound card to use for a flight simulator? But thank Christ my mom she did it for us. She went and bought a $80 sound card or something like that.
Oh my God. I remember, to put a mouse in the computer, like before it was like a serial, 9-pin serial.
Yep. How often did you have to clean the roller ball on the bottom of your mouse?
Oh my God, cleaning the mouse balls.
I go to my grandparents' house and I always had to take the mouse ball out and like scrape the schmoo that got on the rollers.
They would get like, ugh. Okay, I got a
pre-optical mouse. You're right. The pain.
Mm-hmm.
I always like the
very
one
vividly.
It's a cassette tape and a pencil, and it says this generation will never know the relationship.
Well, we talked about it the other day. I was talking with somebody the other day that not Best Buy, Blockbuster would charge you if you didn't rewind your video, and how frustrating it was. You went to Blockbuster as a kid, you had your movie picked out, you had popcorn, everything's ready to go, and you put it in, and even they hadn't rewound it. And it's like, oh, we got to spend the next 10 minutes rewinding this.
Mm-hmm.
Radio Shack. Radio Shack was good.
They're opening back up. They've opened up.
How?
They've opened up about. I think they've opened up a lot of them recently. They just started opening them back up. I think. How many?
I hope they're carrying like single board computers, like Raspberry Pis. And
I used to love going there. They used to carry resistors and they used to carry all the sort of stuff that would even go to populate boards and
mesh.
I guess there was not enough money in it, but I loved it.
How many $2 packs of resistors can you sell and make money?
The money. I was crazy enough where I'd rather go to there and buy the 2 resistors I needed for kind of like almost 10x the price. You pay like $1.50 or $2 versus I have to go to AliExpress or SparkFun or whatever those. And for 50 cents I get 75 of them. But it's like I don't need 75. I just need the 2 right now for the project I'm working on.
Yes. Well, in Radio Shack, I think lost its uniqueness when it became China, basically Walmart light. It just moved the cheap Chinese crap. I had no reason to go to Radio Shack. And Vanessa Kitty's right. They died long before. When I could get a resistor of this, or that, or whatever, I couldn't tell you how many ribbon cables I bought with the like crimp-on like ends, the DB25, end connectors and all that bit?
Rich. We can talk about this on here, I think. I'm looking at Twitter, X. I don't know how this guy's pronounced. S3IGU2. I have no idea how the name is pronounced. So
Oh, okay, yeah. He's coming out with the AUG trigger pack.
I saw that. What's it do? Is it a
So basically
something?
it's the Hoffman Super Safety
super safety
working on the AUG trigger pack.
Yeah.
I am pregnant as soon as that comes out.
What would it take fully legally? What would it take to work around a trigger pack and get an SOT-able trigger pack?
Well, you mean like the original AUG trigger pack?
So I know the original AUG packs have basically the new ones. They have the blocks where you can't put the pin through to get the full auto components. What would it take to do a drop-in that I could serialize? That's kind of what I'm going at. Because I would love to have one in the safe for the SOT, but I don't want to fully convert an $1,800 AUG where, Asher, you don't need to do that. Where one day if I don't have my license anymore, I have to sell it or cut it up,
So you're saying you want an additional trigger pack?
I want a serialized trigger pack that works as a full auto in a semi-auto gun. How's that? Can we do that?
I mean, so with the Malaysian kits, you get a full auto trigger pack.
But it doesn't fit into a semi-auto gun. You can't take that trigger pack and drop it into a semi. I want something like a drop-in auto sear. Again, for anybody listening, I'm an SOT. This is completely legal. I can do this. I want to drop an auto sear for an AUG because I don't want to go pay $1,800 for an AUG and then I have to mail it out and serialize the entire AUG. And then if I get rid of my license, I have to destroy the AUG. I'd rather just destroy a trigger pack. That's my MP5 is a trigger pack. It's a serialized pack. If I ever got rid of my license, I cut the pack up and I'm done. Who cares?
So if you got another Nylog for like $250.
I thought that. I did think that, but I don't know how long we can make one of those Nylogs run fully automatic before we melt the crap out of it. And then I really don't want to serialize and destroy, even though the ATF doesn't care and I don't care. All I have to do is paperwork. It takes me 10 minutes to SOT an item. But yeah, I kind of want one.
Because the semi-auto AUGs don't work for a couple of reasons. There's a couple of denials in the semi-auto AUG.
But there's also here's my thought process for any of this. There were also denials in all of the AR-15s up until somebody created the Lightning Link and the drop-in autos here. How do we get around this? You and I need to talk later because I would love to SOT a pack. I'd love to have a AUG. I'd love to have a full auto AUG.
I think the closest thing would be the Hoffman Super Safety on the.
But then, see, that doesn't make it full auto, so we wouldn't have to see. I would love to see one of those run. I would be interested in seeing one of those run.
Dude, they run really good.
See, here's the concern though: is when is the ATF going to screw with somebody? Because they will.
They already have.
With Hoffman Tactical himself?
No, not Hoffman. The Twin Bros. They kind of ripped off.
And then so those are the guys selling them or selling parts, right?
Yes.
I don't think they're going to mess with him, but Twin Bros they definitely were because he's not selling them. He just put the design out, which is protected speech.
Protected, yeah. He's a good dude. I appreciate that. No, and I stay on the right side of the ATF because my business has to make money for us to survive. So I have to legally stay on their good graces. And if I were doing anything illegal, I'm not going to talk about it on the internet. The people that talk about it on the internet are stupid.
No, unless
I would love to see one of these.
I buried all of my auto sears at the dog park in Jupiter on Indian Town Road in the small dog park, northeast corner.
Listen, I'm just hoping that they grow more machine guns. That would be great. A whole machine gun tree just blossoms out of there. That'd be awesome.
You know what? I got a question for you. Since I know you're into video games, what do you think about the proposed tax on games such as Call of Duty and other
I think that we should also tax libraries and books because information is illegal. It's art. Video games are a form of art, which is First Amendment protected. I don't think you should be able to. I don't think the government should be able to tax anything
because they're violent.
They want to do a violent
so it's a sin tax.
Yeah.
All right, so let's tax hockey games also, or
extra
Democratic
10% sales on video games. Yeah, it's insane.
10%, on like Call of Duty stuff like that,
Taxes can.
You know what? I think it should be a 50% tax, and then we go frickin' Boston Tea Party on them.
Somebody's gonna have to eventually.
Yes, I will. You can take our lives, but you can't take my Call of Duty.
That is a good way to, I don't want to say radicalize, but politicalize a bunch of young men. That is a great way to get a bunch of young men into politics.
You want to make a bunch of, you know what? I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Exactly. I'm gonna start a letter writing campaign, tell the Democrats to do it as soon as possible. I'm gonna start a whole who's the idiot mayor, Bloomberg? I'm gonna start, Giffords against gaming or something, and that it's gonna have a sin tax.
No, well, here's this. If you look at this, they say out of all mass shooters, if you're drinking a beer, if you're drinking a Heineken.
No, it's
Did you see the thumbnail?
Empty ginger ale. I haven't seen it yet. I need to go look. He can see y'all. John, do you remember Jack Thompson?
Oh, that jackass.
Yeah, you remember that lawyer that got disbarred because of this? This is what already happened to somebody. And he was here in Florida. Yeah, so this is a bad road for them to go down.
He worked a lot with
Giffords?
With Al Gore's wife.
That doesn't surprise me. She had her panties all in a lot about evil video games, right?
Oh, that's right.
And music. But yeah, Jack Thompson was video
Jack Thompson, he was in the news so much in the early 2000s for trying to sue companies for going after video games.
Yep.
And the Florida bar disbarred him for being so highly unethical.
But there's been no
look at that,
every study done says
that's a terrible picture of me. I've lost so much weight since that picture was taken.
80% of mass shooters don't play video games at all. And
no.
There's never been a study that shows connection.
There's not. It's because it's not. It would be the same as people going to see horror flicks, slasher films, and then coming out and going, I'm going to cut up the town. It's like nobody does that. It doesn't work like that. Thank you. Yeah, Publix ginger ale.
Yeah, it's freaking crazy.
Who's trying to push this? What group? What senator? Who's got this in their brain?
It's right now. I mean, there's a few, but it was an old idea that came out in Pennsylvania. It was defeated, but now it's
why is it? What is it about the states that literally started liberty are the ones that are now going, nah, we can't have anything.
They're further along in the curve. I don't know.
The idea came out in 2019, but in Pennsylvania it was defeated, but now it's coming back in a bunch of different states.
How much did I pay for this? I didn't think it was that expensive. We're having pulled pork for dinner, or pulled chicken for dinner. And for anybody out there that is not a Southerner, a delicacy that goes along with your pulled pork is coleslaw. You got to put coleslaw on top of it. So my favorite coleslaw is, it's like $3. Okay, is KFC. That is my absolute favorite coleslaw. So I had to go pick some up. And in the back of my brain, you get a massive amount of coleslaw. It's a ridiculous amount for a large.
I used to work at KFC, and I don't remember whether I'm very picky about coleslaw. Most I don't like.
This is really good, and I don't know what they do to it, but it is so good. Mm-hmm. But in the back of my brain, I was like, she didn't give me a receipt. And I kept thinking, how much did I pay for this? Was this expensive? And I just looked it up. It's like $3.50. It's fine. Define sick in the head. KFC coleslaw. Misfit likes it too. This stuff is great. What What else is in the news? What else is going on?
So you're like the only one that's not in on our future build competition. It's like Walter got in on it.
Believe me, I'm in on it because I got enlisted to help with it.
Wait, what do you mean? You can't help? There's no helping.
Wait. Who enlisted you to help?
Oh shit. I had somebody asking questions about how to do some work on a particular barrel.
Well, you can ask questions. You just can't do it for it.
Okay, that's good to know. He was asking how an A2 front sight goes on a barrel. Cool. What are you guys actually doing here? Because I haven't heard anything about this.
We're building a large caliber AR.
So basically, we're going to be building guns off the Anderson AR-10 upper and lower.
AR-10. Okay, so you're doing some sort of large magazine caliber.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And what was the competition? Distance, accuracy, coolness? What are you going for?
Well, we talked about that yesterday.
Yeah, we really don't have that nailed down. Like originally, so Dark wants to have it, like some definable objective metric, not like a popularity contest. And I'm okay with the popularity contest. I don't care. Crump won the Geisley build last time just because he threw $30,000 at his rifle.
I didn't throw $30,000 at my rifle.
But I was like, hey, we could do like a build video. We could do a shoot video. We could have those as parts of the competition.
I part of it on this. I literally have an upper and a lower at the moment.
I think
customer at what point? I need to talk to a lawyer. But at what point does a customer's property belong to me? It's been sitting in my safe for 6 months now. Probably 4 months.
Is it Hunter Biden's upper and lower?
It's not serialized, so I don't have to worry about it. But he wanted me to come do some work. He came by so I could do some work on his. And this is just a random guy that I don't know. He just found me. Came by to get some work done on his AR-10. And if you're listening for whatever reason, dude, come by and get your upper. And he was having issues. The upper that he bought an Arrow AR-10 upper, and it was too tall for his handguard. So I was like, just bring me the old one. We'll swap it back. We'll fix it. We'll make it run. Well, he left the old one in my safe, and it's been here for 4 months. So at some point, I'm just going to build an AR-10 because I have a lower and now an upper, and I'll just start getting parts for it.
Yeah, so what I was joking with the other guys is they got to have at least 5,000 subscribers because Walt, Joe, and Dark don't have 5,000 subscribers.
and my answer was, well, I think we should up it to 50,000.
I can't. I don't think I can even make that yet. Let's see. I think I'm cut off.
Crump
that
has
one,
that on John Crump News. What do you have on John Crump Live?
John, not 50,000.
I got 43.2.
Ooh, look at you, man!
I'm getting close. Oh, dude, do you know how many I should have? Do you know how many I should be at? Like 250,000. But YouTube says no, you can't do that.
Well, that's Hank will tell you why that happened.
Because I asked for things to be monetized, and I should have just kept my freaking mouth shut and let my thing grow.
Well, you had what was the video? It was called "The Sound of a Silencer."
Sound of a silencer. It was getting millions of views, and I was like, "Come on, just give me a couple bucks here. All these other guys are monetized." And I have a picture of when I requested monetization. The videos went from millions down to literally like 1,000 a day. It was getting hundreds of views an hour. It was going from tens of thousands of views per hour, and it went down to like 150 views an hour.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
It's because I opened my mouth. I should have just shut the fuck up and let the thing run, and I would have been at 150,000 subs by now. They would have caught me eventually, but I would have at least hit 150. And I've always said that the moment I hit 100,000 subscribers, I'm deleting my entire channel from the internet. But the problem now is that the channel brings in a lot of revenue for me for people finding me. So I unfortunately have to keep it.
Right.
Henzy Misfit,
Yeah,
from Apple II or an IBM? IBM. I don't know what they're talking about. But I remember in school we still had Apple IIs back when I was in elementary school, and I liked it. I liked having the Apple II. We had an Apple II, and we had Oregon Trail on the Apple II.
We had a PET 8K and a PET 16K. Mind you, I graduated in '83, and then like a timeshare connection to a mainframe somewhere.
Did you have to learn how to use? Were you old enough to learn how to use punch cards? Yeah, I have no experience with any of that.
Yeah, so we would write our software on punch cards, and it wasn't
have to run it
like it was a 18-key keyboard. It wasn't.
Yep.
You know, you had to like
you have
modify.
to take it and go get it. You have to get it validated, and some big machine would validate it, right? Like you stick all the cards in. Yeah, we would all type it up because you had limited terminal time. There was one terminal. Oh my god! Oh my god! So you would run your stack of cards, and if the program ran, fine. You know, you got the printout and that it ran, and you completed the task. Or if you got something wrong, you had to go back, you know, fix your cards or reshuffle your deck if you had one command in the wrong spot. I remember. So my generation, I'd say, was 3.5-inch floppies were everywhere in elementary school, and then once I got to middle school, thumb drives started becoming a thing. And I remember in middle school, like 6th grade, trying to do a project on trying to do a project on PowerPoint, and the 1.44 megabytes on a 3.5-inch floppy was not enough for all the crap that I was trying to throw in it. And mom had to go out of her way to go buy it was probably like a 16 megabyte or 8 meg or 16 meg thumb drive. And it was like $55. Oh, it was expensive. It was so expensive. We probably still have that sitting around here somewhere. I found some recently that were like, I think I found some that were like at 128. Oh, it's brutal. It's brutal. And I was like, why do I even have this? I can't put anything on this. QX. Oh wait, what was the Tandy computer? We had Tandys. We all of our computers growing up were Tandys. Those were from Radio Shack. Going full circle back to Radio Shack. Yeah, Tandy was the Radio Shack. Was that called a Trash 80? Was that it? The TRS I don't know what it was, but we had 2 Tandys.
It was probably Trash 80.
My grandparents had a dot matrix printer that you had to print the paper with the tear off sides that you had to like. Oh my gosh! That dot matrix ran forever. So it was loud. I had the Panasonic KXP 1090. I finally threw it out. What a great printer! Yeah, it worked up until I was in like middle school or high school. It still ran. It worked fine, but it was loud and slow.
Trash 80s were definitely sold by Tandy. The TRS 80 microcomputer.
Walt had a trash 80.
Oh, by the way, I looked it up, Patrick. 6 months.
For
6 months, you have to hold on to
abandoned
something.
Property.
Oh, really? Okay, we're not far off, and then it's abandoned property. I wondered. I've had to talk to Walt. There are no, and maybe I should work on this on the state level. Currently in Florida, there are no abandoned property laws for gunsmithing. So for like cars, it's very straightforward. You put like a mechanic's lien on a vehicle. The person doesn't pick it up for a certain amount of time. You own the vehicle. You go get it registered to you, and it's yours. Gunsmithing doesn't have that. Serialized items can't. There's no rules on the books of what you can and can't do with serialized items if somebody's left it with you for multiple years, as far as I know.
Yeah, one of the things, my friend used to work for a tow company, and they would tow cars from like parking lots that where they're parked illegally, and that's for like 5 years he kept on getting new cars because people were just like, it must have been repossessed, and they would notify the bank.
Nobody would even look for it.
Yeah, notify the bank. Hey, we got the car here. And the bank's like, all right, well, we'll come and get it.
And they never would.
And then,
it is fully in industry. My dad owns a body shop. So that's the only reason I know about this. Yeah, that's the only thing with for this is if it's on your books, it's yours technically. So if somebody ever picks it up, it's just going to transfer. The only one that's a little weird, and all of us collectively, Walt included, knew somebody who had some NFA items on his books that somebody never transferred out because I think the person who sent it in to get worked on died, and they've been sitting on this gunsmith's books for 10 years. And I told the gunsmith at the time, I was like, man, I'll give you $8,000 if you figure out how to transfer it, form forward over to me. I'll buy it for you. It was a Beretta World War I type Beretta 9mm subgun. Oh, dude, I'll give you $8,000 for that. That's cool as shit. He's like, I don't know if I could do anything with it. You should go find a lawyer. I'll pay for the lawyer fees too. But who knows what's going on there? Nobody knows.
Yeah. Yeah, no one knows. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yes.
Okay, I'm just reading a title here.
Correct.
Mark Smith, Four Boxes Diner, breaking great 2A news for
that
suppressor
fucking
ban
guy.
case.
That guy.
No, he didn't say 6-3 Supreme Court win.
I swear to God, that guy.
Mark Smith is actually pretty accurate.
Mark Smith is
He's
good.
accurate, but he brings up things like all these freaking internet lawyers that jumped on the machine gun case. It's like, stop getting people. So it's a something that people want to listen to. That's the only reason why you're covering it. That doesn't mean machine guns are legal. That doesn't mean anything. This one dude got off of a charge because of this. It's not going anywhere. Stop. But
I
all of
reported
them
that.
have to.
Yeah.
I reported that it only applies to.
There must be so much money in internet lawyering, because why are all these lawyers not out there making money as lawyers and they're making YouTube videos? What are they doing?
So
I'm one of those that is
Scholar-
sketched by that. Oh, fuck off.
Armed
that
Scholar
guy.
used the same thumbnail 2 days in a row.
Jesus, you have a stick up your ass for that, dude, right? Is that the one? Yeah. I don't know. I have no idea. Mark Smith doesn't clickbait. A lot of them do, though. The man and the woman, those two clickbait, I feel like, constantly. I don't remember what their names are. Pretty girl and the weird-looking guy.
know. Okay, I know what the. Okay, I just
Armed
looked at
attorneys.
Four Boxes.
Arms
Four Boxes Diner.
The thing that frustrates me about Four Boxes Diner is every single. Okay, he might not clickbait. Every single one of his videos is buy my book. I just made a book. I just wrote a book. Buy my book.
Okay.
Buy my book. Did you know I wrote a book? Buy my book.
All right. Well, this is what he's talking about because I just looked at the description. Okay. The Illinois assault weapons ban case. Judge McGlynn is hearing that and over the last 3 days. There's also another case where it challenges the Illinois suppressor ban. It's actually a combination.
Illinoisans cannot have suppressors. Correct.
Okay. Well, there's a couple different cases. One is one is an ASA case, American Suppressor Association case.
They're trying good. Okay, good to hear they're doing something.
That's being their lawyers are Cooper and Kirk, and that was combined with Steven Stambolia case. So they combined both cases. The judge, before he renders decision, stayed the decision until McGlynn rules on the assault weapons ban case, which to me is a good thing because if he ruled on it before that, that means he would be bound by the 11th Circuit's decision and
he'd be bound by previous precedent instead of potentially better new precedent, right?
Because Beavis, the 3-judge panel, said that the assault weapons ban is
perfectly legal, right?
Well, but now they're doing arguments on the merits of the case in front of Judge McGlynn, who is likely to decide for our side. So if Judge McGlynn decides for our side, which is likely, that means that the judge in the suppressor cases, which is the same judge because they're all combined, is likely to rule for our side as well. So that's a good thing. So I think that's
it's a positive.
what he's talking about. I mean, I don't know, but I don't honestly. I don't think that.
I can't even believe that there are places in this country that can't own cans like that. That's insane to me. I get offended now when I go to the range and the person next to me has a like very loud 308. It drives me insane.
Well, I know there's going to be another lawsuit on another state that bans suppressors that's coming down. I'm not going to say too much about it because I don't think it's announced, and I don't want to give anyone a heads up.
Good.
But
I don't understand. I hate these sorts of things. They're so stupid. Banning suppressors.
So, Crumpy, any new news in Florida open carry?
I told you. Rich just wants to. Hank's like, God help us if they win, because Rich would never let us forget about it.
I told Hank when all of this went down, I was like, if it ever becomes Hughes v. Supreme Court, whatever, we will never live it down. We will never live it down. We'll never hear the hint of Hughes v. Oh, yeah, free drinks at the bar.
I remember that case.
Dick Heller, he becomes the new Dick Heller.
Hey, man. I don't know how Rich got hooked up in this case.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're going to blame you, too. Don't worry.
Why you gonna blame me?
Yeah, we're going to blame somebody. And we know whoever's part of it.
Yeah.
Where is the case? Am I allowed to ask where the case is? Because I haven't followed through.
You could ask Crump.
Yes, Crump, where is it?
Okay, well, they missed it, so there was a default judge.
Oh, I did see your video. Okay, yeah, they missed their deadline. They just fucked off and didn't show up.
Yeah, but now they're asking the judge to reconsider it.
No, you missed the deadline. If I miss a deadline as a defendant in any case, the state would nail me to a wall.
Unfortunately, but they are claiming that Rich and GOA do not have standing because
of course it's standing. It's always fucking standing.
Because the law is clearly constitutional, so they don't have standing to.
What? How can you even make an argument like that? I want to slap whoever does that. How can you make a stupid ass? Were you the one that posted the other? No, it might have been GOA or I can't remember who it was. The argument that somebody made the other day that in some case, and they were like, it's the way it is because it's the way it is. Like, that was the basis of their argument. And I was like, I want to slap that lawyer in the face. That is ridiculous. In 1771, they thought it would work like this, so we think it should work like 1791. We think it should work like this. But there was like zero argument in it. I'm going to have to look up. It was on Twitter the other day, and I can't remember if it was Firearms Policy Coalition or I thought it was the other one, GOA, but I can't remember now. Let me look real quick because it was such a ridiculous argument.
Well, Elon Musk been retweeted GOA.
I read Elon Musk's Twitter or X post every day.
Every now and
He's
then.
on fire. He's on fire.
America. No, I think it was FPC. I don't think it was GOA because the logo was black and white, and I think FPC's logo is black and white. Firearms Policy Coalition. Yeah, I think it was FPC. Let me see if I can find this argument that was made because they took a screenshot of the actual brief that the lawyers put out there, and it was so stupidly retarded. Oh, these people post so freaking much. Jesus Christ.
They have retarded.
There was and will be no so this was for the 8th affirmative defense. The Monroe County District Attorney filed an answer today in our lawsuit challenging New York's body armor ban. This is part of their defense. Number 71, there was and will be no constitutional violation in enforcing the statute because the phrase bear arms is in 1791 era idiom referring to the military or militia service. Plaintiffs have failed to plead their involvement in the militia. Like, I want to slap that lawyer for making that argument. How stupid of an argument.
Well, the thing is that's like it's a dumbass argument.
Oh my God. I hope judges can see, and from what I understand, most judges who aren't total partisan hacks see through most of this sort of stuff. It's when you get the ones that are just completely partisan that don't care what you say and they'll just go how they want to go anyway.
So actually, I don't want to ask the question because it's relevant.
Is it to a case that you may or may not be involved in?
Yes.
You may want to talk to your counsel then, Rich. I think
Right,
all of us
right,
will
yeah,
approve that. You should talk to counsel.
I was going to say something about strategy. I'm like, yeah.
Nope,
I
you
better
talk to
not.
counsel about that.
Oh, by the way, you're on the CBS News, buddy.
Me?
Yeah.
Recently?
They finally found those hobo corpses. Sorry, Rich, it's over.
No, they wrote an article and they talk about you in it.
This
Recently
asshole.
or like a month ago?
About a month ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
do you not Google search your own self, Rich? Google?
yeah, I did a month ago. You know,
Oh,
I didn't know if it was a new one.
Richard Hughes obituary comes up. So I got some bad news for you.
Well,
I got
so
some bad news.
here's the bad problem about Google searching me is there's a lot of me out there.
There
and
are,
most of
and
them
that's crazy.
aren't me.
That's crazy how
So-
many there are. There's a football player, a soccer
And
player.
the reason is because the governor of New Jersey, when I was born, was Richard John Hughes. You can Google the F out of me. It's like needle in an infinitely large
Hiding-
haystack.
The great thing is it's hiding in plain sight. Do you know how easy it is to find me? You sent me the thing today with all of my information on it. I am not hard to find. And I will tell anybody now, showing up unannounced to an FFL, whether it's local or not, is a bad idea, okay? You can find my information, but do not just show up at this property.
Yeah.
That's a bad
I don't-
idea.
I
There
mean,
are
I'm
machine
like, hey,
guns
man.
here.
Like next week, I'll come by on Thursday evening. You know, I don't even show up.
Yes, nobody shows up unannounced to this property. And there is precedent out there. I will say it again. There is precedent out there that defending yourself with a machine gun is perfectly legal as long as the machine gun was legally owned. It's totally fine.
And guess who owns a machine gun?
Many in multiple.
I saw the
calibers.
video.
We need 8mm Mauser. That's all I'm saying. I need to finish up the 8mm Mauser so I can mow down zombies when the time comes.
Well, wait,
Are you
what was the last thing you're welding together?
MG42.
MG42.
Yeah, I'm working on MG42, except I'm having issues with it. The guy it came to me as a incomplete parts kit in pieces, and the person who kind of started on it back in the day, I don't think he measured twice and before cutting once. Things aren't spaced out exactly perfectly, and you're not getting up on that table. And I need to go back, and I'm going to have to cut it and do a little bit of re-welding on it. But I need a very particular welding jig that spaces everything out, and it's expensive, and I just don't have the money. So eventually I'll get it.
Okay.
But we will have an MG42 eventually.
Well, cool. That's a cool piece. That is.
It's going to be neat. It's going to be neat. It's just it's a lot of work. It is a lot of work. Oh my god.
Well, can't you measure stuff from somebody else's MG42 and then design a jig?
Well, so the jig that I have, thanks to somebody, worked out fairly well, but the measurements aren't precise enough on that, I don't think. And I don't have anybody. The other person I know that owns an MG42 did not. His parts kit was not as rough as mine. Yes, so I need some advice from somebody. I wish there was another gunsmith around that I could, shoot the shit with, but unfortunately, he's no longer with us because I would absolutely be asking that person. But yeah, I don't know the answer, and I haven't. I've been so busy at the moment, I haven't had the time to dig in. When the barrel goes into the trunnion, there's not enough room to lock it in. And I'm thinking it's because the welding of that little piece needs to be spaced, but I don't know the answer yet. So we'll figure it out eventually.
So you have some Bison mags?
Me? No, I wish I did. I have parts kit. I have a parts kit.
Now that's a helical mag, right?
I don't have the magazine. I have a parts kit that is being slowly put together by not that guy. I don't think.
Stuff and Things has the.
They're making the adapter. It's not an actual Bison. What I have is an actual. It's an American-made Bison from Chitin Defense. He had a Russian parts kit. He took measurements off and had probably 100 parts kits made. I'm waiting on my receiver, and once my receiver comes in, I will start building a Bison out, and it will probably go full auto. I'll probably make it full auto because it's cool. But I have the barrel. I have everything in. The only shameful thing right now is the small parts that go into it. Most of them were people when the guys were making them. Most of the small parts were coming from KUSA because their 9mm subgun, AK subgun, Vitgaz. Their Vitgaz clone had the parts that the Bison used, so you could get the latch mechanism, the stock mechanism, all that sort of stuff. They're no longer they're defunct, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. I have to figure it out.
I pulled your driving record.
I shouldn't have anything for the last good while.
2009.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was a while ago, very long ago. That would have made me. That was an interesting one. So that one was a. What one was that in 2009? What did they have me for?
Unlawful speed. Access
Speed,
to
that must have
highway.
been-
Unlawful speed. Access highway above 70.
So that probably was that little county. 2009 would be exactly right. That was that little county that's been in between Tallahassee and Gainesville, and there's that little shit county up there that they know nobody is going to come contest driving tickets, so they give them out like candy. You don't need my headphones. Thank you, though. And I also did not contest it because I'm not driving up. Yeah, that's where it is? It's just outside Tallahassee. Because when I was in college, I lived up there.
So Cruppy, the Steyr, wasn't that like $500? It was like $499 or something.
It's something like that. I can't remember.
For what Steyr? Steyr M9?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are cool.
Yeah.
Those are neat.
We gave one.
Waldo, there is one there in Waldo, though. Yeah. Waldo here in Florida used to be the one. Waldo is just outside of Gainesville. That used to be a known speed trap. They had 4 or 5 deputies on active duty, and they were pulling in as much money as like Alachua County or the city of Gainesville because all they did is it went from 65 to 55 to 35, and all they would do is sit there and pull people over.
I got the M9 on sale. It was on sale when we did the giveaway for $350.
That's a good deal. $350. I heard they're good guns. I've always heard they're really nice.
I got one also.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does anybody want a open bolt KG9, which is a pre-tech 9? I have one here that I can find. Another one that's cool, a Braverman Stinger 25 ACP pin gun. Somebody can buy that. That'd be real neat.
Yeah,
go ahead and send them my way.
Yeah, it was I'll show you. It's like right now they're going for like $614.
They don't when they come in, and then they dry up and the prices go up.
Yeah, because that's
Rich, go buy this. He probably wants a lot of money. It's down in Hollywood. Yeah, he wants a ridiculous. It's a Mosin. It's a numbers matching Mosin, and I think it matches the scope and everything. So it's a sniper Mosin. He wants $3,500.
But they're all
down in Hollywood, Florida.
There's no intrinsic value to those things. I mean, if you're a collector, yeah.
No, there's so many of them. They made so many. There's no reason that's like
right.
I'd give you like $800 or $900, maybe $1,200 if I'm really looking for one.
Yeah,
$3,500 is insane.
No.
Oh.
No,
yeah,
that's a nutty. $614.
They're going for now, and it's out of stock.
When they get imported, they drop the prices come down a little bit, and then they dry up and the prices go up. And I've heard very good things about them. Exactly,
yeah, it's really good. I like the sights, the triangle sights.
I've heard people that get used to them really like them.
Yeah, they're really. I mean, I wouldn't have put an optic on a car like the triangle sight so much. All right, guys, we've been on for. We're actually over.
Yeah, way over.
We are.
Thank you, Patrick. It was easy talking with you.
Yeah, well,
I can fill multiple hours by myself very easily.
Are you?
I don't know if that's a good thing, but I can.
Are you going to be on Hank's show tonight?
Not tonight.
It's Thursday, so no, it's next Monday.
I do Mondays only.
Yeah, Monday. I mean, I didn't mean tonight, but next time.
Monday, I probably will be. Yes.
All right. Oh, Century Arms has some of the old school M9s for $350-ish.
You showing that off? It's a salt and pepper shaker.
What are you doing?
He's got a pepper shaker. And now he sees I'm talking to other people and he's gonna get shy. You're gonna shake it? That's pepper.
All right. Well, we're out of here. I'll see you guys next week. And remember,